All right. Hello. Um, Decode. New Order. World in Motion. All right. This song was put out back in 1990 for what would have been the World Cup at the time, the football World Cup. Um, I'm not going to. I don't know how I'm going to refer to it through here. Probably football most of the time, but I've kind of become accustomed to the old American terminology, and I call it soccer quite a bit now, just because it gets so confusing with my kids when they're asking me something, and it's like football, what football, which, and it's like not American football, but English football, proper football. I always make that point with the kids, but it just, we get all confused very easily. But anyway, we're going to do this decode. Okay. So, what do we want? Where do we even want to? We'll start at the beginning. That seems like a logical place to start. So let's back this up here, right? And I apologise up front right now because this video I will probably have to come through and edit some of these bits and bobs out and shorten some little bits up, so just so I don't have chunks of it playing and we end up getting some nonsense copyright BS that they shouldn't even be doing, sort of thing. But anyway, right, well, we start off, we've got this finger here is John Barnes's finger, and we've got the ball. Yeah, we've got that ball spinning up on the finger, right? And I mean, the first thing to note is that in an awful lot of games that we play, I don't know if anybody's taken the time to notice that a lot of the time the ball that we play with is quite often white coloured. Just thinking, I was thinking off the top of my head. Not always, but most of the time, like a golf ball, that's a good indication of the fiction, because a golf ball has the little dimples just like the moon. And where I'm going with this is coloured like the moon. This football's coloured like the moon, and I'm thinking like snooker, pool, all those kind of where the cue ball is white. And so we have something going on with this thing, right? And John Barnes is spinning this thing and he's balancing it, and he's got the thing spinning on his finger. It's important to note when we go through this video how many times, when John Barnes is in control of the ball. Okay, and we'll just try and catch it as we go. But yeah, he's balancing the world right now. Yeah, the world in which we live in, which is the Matrix, is being balanced here. That's the world that we create. We use nature as the foundation, and then we build everything off of it. Okay, with our imaginations, I guess. So we've got this going on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click through just a little bit, but it's going to be difficult because I only really want to go a couple of seconds at a time. Anyway, he'll come into shot here. Is John Barnes, and okay, what we've got is in the background we're kind of looking at a game going on, and what's important is I'm gonna have to kind of play this and actually I'm gonna have to edit some bits out. So I'm sorry if my sentences don't quite make sense here, or something's cut out that's a bit odd. But okay, spinning the ball, in control, right? Look at these numbers right here: 10, 9, and 11. Okay, 10, 9, and 11. Okay. Okay. Look what's going on right here. This is spinning still. He's still in control of this thing. Okay, it's still balanced. 10, 11 represents balance. Okay. Okay, hang on. Now watch. Now this thing's coming off his finger right here. It's unbalanced. Look what happens. Look what we've got. What numbers do we have? 9, 11. Okay. I mean, this couldn't be any more obvious, but anyway, let's continue because it does get better than this. Okay, what is playing in the background here? I mean, you're going to have to go listen to this song, but what's playing in the background is the old 1966 commentary, and I can't remember the guy that does that, but it's the famous "They think it's all over, it is now." Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're not English and you've never heard that piece of audio before. It's at the start of this, and you can just listen through, and you'll know what it is. But it's from when England actually won the World Cup back in '66. Okay, and since then they've not won another World Cup since. So what that, I mean, just thinking about it logically, okay, what does England represent? England represents the balanced man. The metaphors for the balanced man. Okay, it's the St. George's cross, which is the red cross over the white background. That is the same as the blood moon. That is the red that is over the white background, and the blood moon comes about when the earth is between the moon and the sun. When everything's all balanced. So this is what England represents, okay? And then 66 represents the end of it, okay? It represents the end of balance. Why does 66 represent the end of balance? Because what we have is we have a copy of the number 6. We have the twins. The 66 is the it's the twin that's controlling you. That's the birth of the twin that's controlling you. And so this is why England can't win a bloody game since '66. Okay, well, not win a game, but win a World Cup. So anyway, and it just wasn't in the stars for them to do that, because they got to play out the metaphor. Okay, but anyway, watch this. So anyway, while he's saying all this, they think it's all over. Karl Ronfich. They think it's all over. They think it's all over. It is now. Right when he says it is now, we got the 9:10, and actually you can pause that in such a spot that you can actually get another 9:11. But it is now. It's all over now. So we've got another 9:11, and we've also got a 9:10 reference. And the interesting thing about both those references together is we can see, kind of see the 9:11 there, right? But the 9:10 is, okay, if we just change this to November, this 9 to November, we got November the 10th. Okay, so they think it's all over, it is now. You've got two meanings there. You've got the loss of God, okay, which is the 9/11 thing. Okay, so that, I guess you call it closer to the natural world. The natural world is over at that point. Okay, and then again at 9:10 or November the 10th, what's over then is maybe the Matrix. Okay, anyway, it's just interesting the way they've timed all these little bits and bobs in here. Okay, let's play a little bit more. Okay, it's a really good tune. The reason why I come across this, I just happened to come across it about a month ago, and you know what? I probably wouldn't have thought too much of it, because this is something from my childhood, basically. 1990. I wouldn't have been that old then. And early teens, I guess. Or what? Yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say? It just hit a nerve with me, this song. I was listening to it, I'm like, oh my god, I was almost burst out into tears listening to it. I'm like, blimmin' hell. Anyway, so that, of course I've listened to it dozens of times since, just because, I mean, it's an incredibly, to me anyway, for some reason, it's an incredibly uplifting song. And to see the people that are in it, that just the kind of I don't know, the kind of fun they're having, and they seem to genuinely be really happy, or something. There's something going on there. There's something special with this song, at least for me. And then you could compare it with another one like the Bedell Three Lions on the Shirt song, and that is it's not got the same upliftingness to it. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm just kind of like trying to make a comparison there, I guess. But anyway, okay. So we have a little bit of shot of a few players running around, and then we're gonna have some singing starting on with old, I think it's Bernard, and the lyrics are so interesting to this song. I'm gonna go through them here in a minute. But anyway, as he's singing, we've got some stuff. We've got just the game going on in the background. A game. I'm assuming it's probably Italy they're playing here. I don't know. And what is going on? There's Gaza. And of course, with Italy, we've got these shirts that are. And I honestly don't know if that really is Italy or not. You'll have to correct me, somebody that actually knows about football. Whether that's who they were playing in these shots. But anyway, we've got the blue and the white, yeah, of the Virgin Mary. Okay, so this is the importance of picking this game, I suppose, or this team to be playing. Okay, so anyway, throughout the video, it cuts backwards and forwards between them doing choruses and a little bit of football playing in the background, and we got this other shot here again of John Barnes, controlling the ball. Yeah, controlling the ball. I mean, I got to say something about this ball. This again is heavily. I mean, just the simple ball itself. Not to backtrack here too much, but I got it up here somewhere because I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about that as well. The football itself. How many pentagons are on the football? Because for those of you that don't know, it's made up of hexagons and pentagons. Okay, 12 pentagons. Okay, 12 pentagons gives us a 1, 2, and a 5. A 1, 2, 5, 5, 2, 1. Yeah, 5, 2, 1 is our special date. Yeah, 5, 2, 1 right here. 5, 2, 1 is our reference to 213 right here, and 5, 2, 1 is our start date at the top of the dartboard. So it's just one of these things that ties in. We've got 20 hexagons, a 2, 6. Okay, but I mean, we can go even further with this, like Buckminster's fullerene, right? That molecule. You remember chemistry at school? A buckyball, a buckyball, a buckyball. Okay, do you hear what I'm saying here? The buck. We're tying back into the dollar bill again. It's just insane. I mean, it's just that you just can't write this stuff. All right. So okay, we've done that, and not to mention, the old standard black and white again. Anyway, let's get back to the thing, Dan, because you'll be all night otherwise. So I mean, just getting distracted again with the football. I mean, we can just go on and on and on about this thing, but he's got control of it. This is important, and John Barnes, yeah, John Jones, Jack, all those names refer back to the one. All right, and Barnes again. I mean, I was just listening to a guy the other day who was talking about the barn spider. It was the truth codes, and I'm like, oh, the barn spider. Oh, that, the spider and Charlotte's Web and all this. What he was talking about. All that ties lovely into the to the dollar bill as well, with that design that is on the Washington side of the dollar bill. Okay. Anyway, I was thinking, I mean, the obvious connection to the barn is Jesus. Jesus is born in a barn, yeah, in a manger, in a stable, whatever you want to call it. But he's born in a barn. Interesting again. Alright, just pay attention to what is going on here. We're in black and white here as well, and we've got the one tower here and one tower here. Camera 1, camera 2. Okay, one tower and one tower. Okay, pay attention to that, because this is interesting that they decide to have these two things in the background. Because they're, I know there's tower blocks, in London, and I guess they're somewhere near Wembley here training for a game or something. I don't know what the hell, but it's interesting. We don't, they haven't pointed the camera over here. They've made a point to have these two things in the background, and we're going to have a third one creep in here in a minute, and that's important. Okay, so we've got him singing, and I'll, like I said, I'll go through the lyrics in a minute. Now we change to colour. Look at the colour shirt he's got on, the red. Yeah, like the blood moon, like the blood of man. That's the only thing that can bring back control and bring back balance to the world, is the living man. You can't have a dead entity controlling the world. Okay, anyway, it gets better than that. We'll carry on. Hang on a minute, hang on. Alright, there we go, here we go. We're coming up to a good bit here. We got Gary Lineker, okay? He's number 10, alright, just for reference point. And again, he's here we are with the 310, right? The 10th of come on, think, Dan. The 10th of March, which is Mario Day, Marry the O, and there is actually a little spot in this song that actually kind of reminds me of the Mario kind of theme tune a little bit. You can judge that for yourself if you listen to this thing. But anyway, we got a 310 going on, Marry the O, and look what happens here. Watch this. I mean, this is just absolutely nuts, right? He's getting tackled, and he's going down. Read this sign right here as we go through. Okay, ready for this? America, American. Okay, and he is the number 10. He's gone down. He's going down. He's gone down. Okay, are you paying attention to this? He has gone down, and what is written in the background? America. America has gone down on the 10th. Okay, let's see him getting up here. Here's the 10. And look, when he's getting up, we've cut this guy back in over the top of that now, and then we've just got Mer, and it kind of looks like Maria here with the A. So it kind of looks like what we've got going on is Maria. And again, the 3 is important in terms of the Trinity coming back. Okay? The Holy Trinity returning. But here's the 10 resurrecting. So the 10 is the fall and the resurrection, if you like. Interesting again. You just can't write this stuff. I mean, look at it. There, well, that was a better shot of it right there. I can't get back to it now. Right there. Come on, come on. Super interesting. Anyway, as we go through here, we'll see that number 8 is Chris Waddle. Chris Waddle, I mean, we immediately see Chris Waddle, right? Chris, just think about that for a second. Chris Christ waddling, yeah? But, who waddles? The baby. Well, maybe not the baby, but the slightly bigger toddler type baby. Yeah, waddling. Interesting. Sounds a bit like swaddling as well. But anyway, a reference, just a reference to the rebirth again, to the Christ rebirth. And we'll go on to some birthdays here in a minute as well, because I mean, you can't have. I mean, this team is absolutely loaded with significant birthdays. And I'm not saying that there aren't other teams with significant birthdays, but very interesting anyway. And of course, we've got to get an 11 in there. There's an 85. This is. I mean, this is super significant. This is. Where am I going to? Here, look. Here's our 85 right here. And look at our colours. you know, I've used red for the physical, blue for the metaphysical. Yeah. Okay. And look at this. And we go back to this. You know, look what we've got. So I mean, again, simple little bits and bobs. Um, deep meaning. You know. Okay, we're doing a little bit of a chorus, and you just, I mean, it's just so loaded. This guy in the middle here, I'm like thinking, because I don't know the band at all. I don't know the band, in terms of I've never really, you know, they were kind of a little bit, you know, New Order was a little bit before my time really, because they kind of, I think they came out of Joy Division, and then, you know, and then New Order came about, and so the characters are in there are really from my very early years, and I don't, you know, and there's no way I can recognize anybody really. So this character though was, you know, he's dressed up like a footballer, and I'm like, I don't know this guy, you know, I don't recognize this guy at all. Anyway, later on in the thing, he's got like, he's not wearing kit, and I'm like, I think he's actually out. I'm wondering if he's out of the band. Of course, I don't know the band, so anyway, I was stumped for a day or two on that one. But this character, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it is Peter Hook. Okay, and what is significant about Peter Hook? Look at the birthday, 13th of February. Oh, lordy lord, they've put this guy in 13th of February, right smack in the middle here. You know, why even have him in there, you know, singing with the guys? You know, they've got the, I mean, they're all in, the band members are all in there at some point, but I guess, you know, okay. But they've even dressed, you know, they haven't like left him in band attire. They've put him in with the, put an Umbro shirt on him. Look at the Umbro. Look at just the symbolism right there with the diamonds. Oh dear, and the Vesica Pisces and the, anyway, and the one brother Umbro. Unbelievable. Anyway, getting sidetracked again. 213, yeah? 213 is our, you know, 213. This is 213 right here. This is the ultimate birthday, 213, you know. And again, 213, you take that as the start date, and then you add these up. Look, let's do this. Let's add up these right here to the 10th column. So the 10th to the full cycle, where the 1 returns to the O. And if you add all these numbers up, you'll come to 315. And if you add on 315 to February the 13th, just double check, yes, December the 25th. Okay, that's our day jump back to Christ's birthday. You know, just encoded within there, really. You know, just through, well, just through having this guy here. Okay. What else we got going on in this thing? Chris Waddle thing. I mean, just look at the hair. I mean, why have we got this mullet going on? Yeah. With the number 8. He's got the number 8 shirt, the number of man, but he's got this mullet, right? And what does the mullet represent? Yeah. It represents two different like styles of hair coming together on one head. You know, you've got this kind of, you've got this long, wild, yeah, kind of, I'm thinking Samson now, and then you've got the short, you know, sort of almost military type haircut that everybody normally has that's within the Matrix. You know, this very creamed and polished kind of look that everybody, you know, everybody that's in the Matrix. This is the story of Samson, you know. This guy is balanced between those two things. Yeah, business in the front, party in the back. You know, this is probably, if you were to meet Jesus about now, this would probably be the haircut he'd have. Okay, maybe. So the balanced man there, with how when you think about it, the mullet is the balanced man. Anyway, let's see. Okay, what else we got going on here? I want to get to the. Okay, here we go. We're doing a bit of singing again, and again you can see this is what led me to he's got to be a band member and not a not a soccer player. Look what he's wearing here. He's got a vest on and probably some tatty jeans, and this is the problem when you don't know the band. You don't know what the hell's going on, and who the hell this is. Blimmin' Mr. Allen here. Is he Fat Les? I don't know what the hell his name was. I don't know. Anyway, it's Lily Allen's dad, whatever the hell. Is it Ken Allen? I don't know what his name is. Anyway, he's done a bunch of football chant type stuff. But remember, we've got the black and white. And we've also got. No, I don't even know her name. Gillian, I think it is. And we've, just watch where she shows up here in a second. Okay, Gaza. Barnsley's doing his rap here. Okay. Twin Towers. Okay, black and white. Okay. And I'll try to do the rap down to one tower there. But look what creeps in over here. The third tower. Okay, and as the third tower creeps in, we should have something going on here. As the third tower creeps back in, come on, and we got Alan doing some crazy stuff behind him. Okay. But I do invite you, if you're about my age, and I'd invite you to go. Well, I invite you go listen to this, and here they're talking about 3 lions on their shirt. Again, the 3 lions. Okay, this is the sun. Okay, but when we're talking about the Holy Trinity, what you really have is like 3 of the same things. Really, it's a bit like that thing out of was it Nuns on the Run, when he talks about the Holy Trinity, like the shamrock, green and split 3 ways, but it's the same leaf, 3 leaves of the same plant of the, they're the same thing essentially, just reflections of one another basically. So if you've got a lion, which is nature, which is the sun, right? That's the truth, yeah, in the physical world, which is the truth in the physical world, which is natural law, which is the 10 Commandments, yeah, written in stone, something that can't be changed, okay? Then essentially that thing is God. God is that thing as well. That's what represents, perfect balance within the physical world. Okay, so we've got a reflection with God, and also with the what I would call the man-made type metaphysical fiction, the Mother, the Matrix, the Holy Spirit, if you like, one of the same thing, I believe. And those 3 things are basically going to be the same, just reflections of each other. This is why 3 lions is important, yeah. Okay, rather than I don't know what would you used to do, the 3 moons wouldn't be as good, you know what I mean? We want 3 lions on the shirt, and that's the Holy Trinity. Okay, look, now that took a long time to explain that. Okay, that's the significance of that. Again with England, with the red cross over the moon. Anyway, in here it does. I mean, you should probably just caught that on my thumbnail. Bugger, I'm gonna have to play it. Okay, and you see how that changed when we got all 3 towers in the background. Okay, Barnsley's turned back red here. Okay, He's the living man again. He's come out of the black and white. He's come back into colour, and you can see Gillian's got the blue and white of the fiction, the Virgin Mary on right at his side here. We got okay. So I mean, pretty loaded. What else we got going on here? I mean, you can look at all the other bits and bobs of the logos on the shirts and that with Adidas and what have you. And we're back in black and white here, and we're sort of jumping between the two there a little bit. But anyway, then we've got everybody, and again we got the, you know, we've got the. It's interesting. We've got the goalkeepers with red, white, and blue on. Okay, because again, the keeper of the gate, yeah, the guy who's at the gate is the, you know, is the balanced man again. You know, this is why. This is why they're that colour. Okay, blooming hell. Okay, what else we got going on? Well, and of course we've got the other guys out wearing mostly white or blue, and they're in the game. They're in the Matrix, if you like. Just I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, what else we got going on? Hopefully this isn't too wiffly waffly. I don't know who those two characters are in the car there. Anybody that knows who those guys are? And you know, this is pretty much the end of the thing. What else we got at the end of this? But everybody seems to be having a really good time with it and everything else. Let's go and do lyrics now, really quickly. Actually, before we do lyrics, let's look at the squad again. This is for the 1990. So again, with 1990, we are referencing here 199. Very nice. Let's go back to this and let's just do a couple of. Actually, before we do that, I've got a sneeze here in a second. I want to just show you who got cut, or as they've written it down here, axed from the 1990 World Cup squad, and it was Adams, Adam, the first man, was axed in preference to Mark Wright. Okay, the mark of the beast, the mark of the right hand. The writing is what creates the beast, the mark right. Just nuts. You know, some of the other names in here are nuts as well. Final squad details announced on May the 21st. 5-2-1, unbelievable. We got a tournament began on June the 8th, 6-8 reference, and then first England game was June the 11th. There we go, 6-11 upside down, 9-11. Absolutely insane. Okay, so I wanted to do that, but let's just look at Tony Adams, who was cut. Okay, Tony Adams' birthday, date of birth, 10th of October. You can't write this stuff. The day before, he basically get cut from the squad. He's axed, yeah, like Odysseus has to shoot the arrow through the axe, the eye of the axe head or handle. And it's the day before 11/10. Okay, he's stuck in the fiction. He's dead, right? Interesting, super interesting. I just thought it was worth a mention. Let's go back. Let's look at the squad. Let's look at, there's Peter Shilton, goalkeeper. Again, the keeper, 118 caps. This is absolutely loaded all the way down through here. I want to really just pick on a couple of people though. Chris Waddle, 14th of December. Yeah, that is Washington's death date right there. Okay, Peter Beardsley, yeah, you saw him doing a little bit of singing in there as well. 18th of January, yeah, a 118. Gary Lineker, yeah, the fall of America there. The line in his name, the man that's got to walk the line. The 30th of November, the Great Scott, John Barnes, yeah, John Barnes, number 11. Okay, let's note that down as well. Number 11, the Twins. 7-Eleven, birthday, 7-Eleven, unbelievable. Paul Parker, 4-4. Chris Woods, 11-14. Well, I was going to say 114, but it's the long version of 114. Yeah, Prince Charles's birthday there. Mark Wright, an 8-1. I mean, look, here we go. Tony, he's New Year's Eve, 31st of December. I mean, you just can't. I mean, the dates. Steve Hodge. Okay. Well, almost today. Tomorrow, 25th of October. You might have seen my last couple of videos. Somebody shows up 25th of October. I'm talking Madonna. This is a potential. I thought a potential day to go off, jet set off to the island for Madonna. Okay. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just absolutely. I mean, in just the names as well. David Seaman. I mean, come on. And I think he. Does it say in here? I think he hurt his thumb or something, and he ended up. Hang on, it says down the bottom here. Ah, yeah, look there. Due to a thumb injury, he pulled out due to a thumb injury. Okay, to his hand getting hurt. Again, another 199. So I mean, oh blooming hell, just absolutely loaded with the names and Neil Webb. What else am I thinking in here? Let's leave it at that. I can't be bothered to do any more on that. But let's do lyrics. This is the quote from the '66 World Cup. Well, some of the crowd are on the pitch. They think it's all over. Well, it is now. Okay. Ominous, maybe slightly, maybe not so much. I don't know, depending on the way you look at it. So, okay, I'm going to go through this. This is going to take a couple of minutes now. So that's pretty much that part of the decode over. And we're going to look at lyrics now, because this is actually quite a deep song in itself. Express yourself, create the space. If you're going to express yourself, right, to express yourself properly, yeah, your physical self, you have to be in balance with nature, right? If you're going to create your own space, create the space. The space is the fiction, right? So this is what this is saying here: is express yourself and create the space. Create your own space, your own fiction. Don't be controlled by somebody else's fiction, which is what the legal system is. Somebody else wrote those rules, and somebody else is telling you what you can and can't do right now. Okay. You know you can win. Don't give up the chase. That's pretty self-explanatory in terms of just spiritual meaning there. Beat the man, take him on. Beat the man, take him on. The man in this respect is like the government, the guy that's in charge, that is controlling you. Beat the man, take him on. You never give up. It's 1-on-1. Yeah, legs 11, 1-on-1. The Twins, the Twin Towers, and this is all the way through this song. It's 1-on-1. Yeah, because basically, really what it's saying here is it's 1-on-1. It's really you creating the other one. It's you that should be creating your true self. And if that mirror of you, if you're your true self physically and you're in balance with nature, then you will have a spiritual, self that is also balanced. Those two ones will be balanced. Rather than you here as a one and then the other one is a creation of somebody else, the birth certificate person that's controlling you. Yeah, express yourself. It's one-on-one. This is the course. Express yourself. Express yourself. It's one-on-one. Okay. I mean, you can't be wrong. If you express yourself, you can't be wrong. If you express your true self in balance with nature, you can't be wrong. When something's good, it's never gone. When something's, take one of them G's out of there. When something's God, when something's good is balanced, it's never gone. It's always there. Jesus has always been with everybody. Jesus is always with everybody. He never left. What happened is we left him. We left balance. Okay? The balance is always there if you want it. It's just a matter of returning to it. How badly do you want it? Do you want to be Cypher and go and just forget about it and eat your steak and just play dumb? I don't know. It's a hard choice actually for people when you really boil it down to what you've got to do to be free. It's actually quite a task. Anyway, now is the time. Yeah, now is the only time. Let everyone see you never give up. That's how it should be. Okay, don't get caught. Make your own play. Again, it's telling you, make your own play. Don't get caught. Don't get caught in the legal trap. Make your own play. Express yourself. Don't give it away. That's what people do in the legal system. They give away control. Express yourself, and that's the chorus again. And then we got the love's got the world in motion, and I know what we can do. Love's got the world in motion, and I can't believe it's true. Okay, great. Okay, that is what runs the world. Is depending on your viewpoint of love. It does make the world turn. But there's again true love, and what people mistake for true love is I don't know, just wanting something, that something you don't really need, but just wanting something. Okay, this is the Barnesy rap here. You've got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. Yeah, again, holding and giving and doing it at the right time is all about balance. You can't be slow or fast. Yes, we're talking about balance again, but you must get to the line. Where's the line? That's between fast and balance. Yeah, that's between hold and give. Yeah, the line, the thin, narrow line to be walked, as in Philippe Petit between the Twin Towers, that line, that balancing act, is what you've got to get to. Yeah, that line is it kind of is the corona in a way. It's the thin line between the two different realms, between the physical and the metaphysical. Right? They'll always hit you and hurt you, defend and attack. This is what they do to you. Okay, hit you and hurt you and defend and attack. Okay, but there we go. There's only one way to beat them. Get round the back. Okay, if you want to get round the back, you've got to learn natural law. Natural law is the thing that supersedes all man-made BS laws. They're not even really law. They're just rules. To be a true law, they're not really a true law, are they? If they're not founded in truth, if they're not founded in fact, then how can it be an actual law? How can it be a true law? It can't be. It's just a rule, a made up rule. So you need to get round the back of I'm using the legal system a lot as an example, but you need to get round the back of that thing. You need to go back to nature, natural law. Catch me if you can, because I'm an England man. Yeah, the England man, again, as I was saying earlier, is the balanced man. Okay, I'm not saying that all Englishmen are balanced. It's just a metaphor for balance. Yeah, that red cross. Yeah, the man, the St. George who slays the dragon. And what you're looking at is the master plan. I mean, was that the master plan in there with all those numbers that we were just talking about, and the banner ad with American on it, America, Maria 10, the master plan. We ain't no hooligans. I like that we managed to get a who in there. We ain't no hooligans. This ain't a football song. It's not a football song. None of this, although it appears to be about football, the deeper meaning here, this is a spiritual song. 3 lines on my chest. Yeah, on my chest where my heart is. Yeah, if my heart is balanced, yeah, where Jesus is, the heart, that's the balancing point of the body. 3 lions, the flux capacitor. I know we can't go wrong. Blimmin' hell, we're playing for England. Yeah, metaphorically speaking, that's what we should be playing for balance. We're playing the song. Okay, we're singing for England. Arrivederci, it's one-on-one. 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 And that just goes on and on and on. And that's basically the end of it. But super deep lyrics as well. I mean, absolutely. When I actually read the lyrics, I'm like, oh my lord, this is just crazy. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I think that's about covered the old decode on this one. And we've done a bit extra as well. Of course, I clicked on the wrong thing there. But, look at, I mean, just go listen to it a few times. And I mean, it's a great song anyway. Much better than some of the other ones. Don't get me wrong, some of them other ones, they've got their places and everything else, but this one, there's something special about this one to me. That's how I feel about it anyway. Alright, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, alright, bye.